All right, welcome back, everybody, for another edition of the RnRGzrs show. As always, I'm your host, Murph, and before we move on, we want to remind you all, if you could go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, maybe like a video or two for us, help us build up our base a bit. And as always, my co-partner in crime here, Doc Vox. Hey, Doc, how you doing today, man?
Doing splendidly, Murph. Very
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I had a hell of a weekend, man. It was a musical weekend, I must
Oh
say.
yeah. Yeah, you had a lot.
Very interesting weekend. I'm sure you agree with me there. Wow. But in any case, let's get into just a little bit of rock news
See,
here.
see, see, let's see what the news were.
Yeah, well, if you remember a while back, a few shows back, I mentioned how I believe Kiss is going to never end, and Gene and Paul are just too money hungry. It's never enough. So, and sure enough, according to Loudwire, they're going to audition new players. Apparently, what do you think about that? Have you heard about that?
Yeah. So as we expected, they're going to be like a Blue Man Group kind of thing, where just different folks put on the makeup, and I can't see it. I can't see it working. I can see it. I can see them trying it.
Of course.
Gene has even pitched the idea to reality show guru Mark Burnett to do Kiss the Next Generation, to have a reality show to see who gets to carry on. And it's it's the same songs. I mean, it's not new music. I don't know.
Well, he quotes Kiss, the touring band will stop,
Right.
but the touring band Kiss will continue in other ways. See, they just can't let it go.
Right.
They're just
So he's saying, as the band is now, Kiss is stopped, but there will be someone in that name that will continue. I just can't imagine. Do they go with their own names, or do they say, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley still, but it's somebody else? Is it?
According to Gene, he has no problems with 4 deserving 20-year-olds sticking the makeup back on and hiding their identity. Come on already. That was real cute back in the 70s and whatnot. Great. He's scary looking bass player. All this crap. Those days are. Stop it with.
Yeah, they're a nostalgia act at this point, and I mean the folks that are nostalgic for that time period aren't going to be around much longer. And I don't know. I can't see a new generation being interested in a fake Kiss. I don't know. I just can't.
Yeah. Like you say, it's the new Blue Man Group. There'll be a sideshow at Las Vegas at some point. At which
that would be about the best scenario I guess I could see for this would be something along those lines. But
yeah, they got it.
As a touring act, I just can't see it. But hey.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Crazier things have happened, brother.
Indeed.
And here's something that I'm not surprised at. In terms of Robert Plant, I can't believe people are actually, hoping that they'll get back with John Paul Jones and Jimmy Page, and do some kind of Lord knows what.
Yeah.
Because,
so Jason Bonham back there, yeah. Everybody wants to
moved on. And his voice has moved on. He's playing with the union.
Alison Krauss.
Alison Krauss. He's doing stuff with her now, and it's more suited to his voice as it is. He can't scream anymore, folks. He's not going to get up there and do Black Dog and whatnot anymore. It's just not going to happen. And
he's kind of the opposite of Kiss. Kiss is kind of like not knowing when to hang it up, or still living on the past, songs of 40, 50 years ago. And here's Robert Plant, a true artist that's moved on and moved into different genres and different types of music, and he's winning Grammys and selling millions of albums, and he's doing fine just with what he's got going on. So why would you want to revisit it? I mean, obviously he doesn't need the money. I mean, like I said, the thought of it doesn't stimulate him, I believe is
right. Exactly. He said that. And yeah. What's he supposed to do? Put on his tight blue jeans again and come out with and
be the golden god, come out,
something like that. No, it's
Yeah,
over.
no,
It's done.
no,
We sure do
no.
appreciate what they gave us, the hammer of the gods.
Yeah, kudos to him, man. Honestly, that's that's the way you kind of want to see your rock stars go, man.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Jeez, it was sure great. It was sure great, but you got to hang up. Like I keep saying in instances like that, you just can't reheat a souffle. You just can't do it. So good for him. Move on. He's playing with. He's singing
There's plenty of Led Zeppelin cover acts out there now. If you want to go see,
Sure.
whatever.
We got Get the Let Out, the national touring act that plays the music
Yeah, they were
You hear
just
it on the record. They were here in Aurora, as a matter of fact.
here in our
And
hometown of Aurora, Illinois. Most of you may know from Wayne's World, but yeah, that's
yeah,
where we
true
live.
that. And they were here. There, so there's plenty of opportunities to see something. But no, enough already. Enough. Move on, Robert. You're in a good place. Just leave it be. And oh boy, uh, good old Everclear. Apparently, Everclear likes to put on festivals. They're not having real good luck, Doc.
Can we back up a minute on
Go right ahead, man.
talking about Robert Plant? I see his ex-partner Jimmy Page talking about coming out of retirement, that kind of thing. He was invited on the Ozzy.
Yes, he was.
He's invited to be on the Ozzy album.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can see Plant and Page both really have no interest in moving back. Really, that's what it is. It's not moving forward.
Yeah.
And the some accounts, people are kind of semi close to Page, or kind of they don't even know if he's even still playing anymore.
Really?
But I guess the idea was for Ozzy. He has Jeff Beck and Eric Clapton. I guess the idea was kind of get the holy trinity of the Yardbirds guys. Yeah, those three guys. But
boy.
But Jimmy Page declined, or I don't think he ever even got back to him. I don't think he even returned his call.
He didn't even answer my call. What a wanker. Oh,
anyway,
that's too bad. But
going on with the festival.
Oh yeah, Everclear. Oh, jeez, they're not having any luck with festivals. Recently, the Spyglass Festival, as you can see the Spyglass behind me there, Spyglass Music Festival in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. It's no longer happening this week, and they call it off this late in the game. And
right.
It's got to be 90s just doesn't have the staying power. I don't think. I'm sure it was an attendance issue. It has to be.
Yeah, this is the second one that they've been a part of in a couple of weeks now. We just reported on that. Yeah. So I think this one didn't have quite the names the last one did, but they had Fastball and Fuel were a couple bands that you may have heard of that were playing there. And the usual unforeseen circumstances, which I got to think, it just festivals are very, very popular now. There's more than ever. They're popping up left and right. And I got to think that there's folks maybe getting involved and biting off a little more than they can chew, and then having to backtrack on these. It kind of reminds me of remember the disaster a couple years back down in the Bahamas, the fire festival.
We got to do a show on that. An individual show on that festival alone. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's kind of the ultimate in biting off more than you can chew.
Oh yeah, you'll see.
I think there's a lot of that going on though, and maybe on a smaller scale, but these festivals are getting canceled left and right with just the undetermined, unforeseen circumstances kind of thing. But
well, they had the Flannel Nation festival that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Now they got the Spyglass Festival canceling, and it's time to rethink that situation. My gosh, when you got to cancel that late in the game, that makes it sort of rough, man. Makes it sort of rough. But in any case, whatever. Flannel Festival. I wouldn't go there anyway, just because it's named Flannel Festival. It's like, what?
That's pretty lame.
Yeah. And okay, on other news, according to TMZ, the good people at TMZ, a Motley Crue fan fell from the upper level of the band's concert in Indianapolis. Wow. Oh boy. Geez. Puddle of blood around the victim. Real. Oh, brother. People. Yeah. See, that's the problem. You get it wasted enough. You're up there in the balcony. They don't have a 5-foot restraint in front of you. What is it,
Yeah.
like 3 foot?
Yeah,
2.5,
yeah, yeah.
3
They're
foot. I
tops.
mean,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
can topple over that sucker real easy.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh
You
man.
know, you kind of think about it. It's a wonder why that doesn't happen more often, quite honestly. I mean, people get tore up at these events, man. They get, I mean, just super drunk.
Well, and
But
this guy fell on it fell on someone's boyfriend, so we got a real problem,
yeah.
Jeez. And it took time for the medics to get there, which I'm not surprised. A crazy situation
Oh,
like
sure. You're in the
that.
middle of a crowd like that. Yeah.
Times of the essence, and boy, that didn't work out well.
Well, it
But
sounds, they said he'll make a full recovery.
yeah,
And,
wake and breathe
so,
him.
yeah.
Extremely intoxicated, leaning over the railing, and he fell from the upper level lower. Well, extremely intoxicated. There's your key words.
It's
You
a
need
Molly
keyword
Crew
search.
show, man. You know.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty bizarre. Speaking of bizarre. Okay, what's up with this? We actually got Corey Feldman and Marilyn Manson in the news. What the hell? There's Marilyn there.
I'm glad you brought that up. That is a bizarre story that I came across.
That's incredible.
Apparently, 80s child film star Corey Feldman, you remember from movies like The Lost Boys and Stand By Me, and I think he was in The Goonies, and he's in a lot of those classic child movies, teen movies. But he's moved on, and you remember, wow, he went through a Michael Jackson phase where he thought he was Michael Jackson.
Wearing
this guy's just got psychological issues. Yeah,
this
guy's he's got psychological issues.
Well, most actors do.
So he's trying to fancy himself as a rock star these days. I guess he's got his band. I don't even know the name of the band. The Has-Beens. I don't know. I don't even
Douche
know
Boys.
Yeah, but so he's proclaiming or alleging that Marilyn Manson has been out to sabotage him for decades.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, in such ways as getting his backup singers to sing off key and getting his opening acts to suck, and all these things. You're like, everything you could ever imagine that could go wrong in the career of a minor rock band. It's all Marilyn Manson's fault. He's getting these people to do this. And he's been doing it for decades. For over 20 years, he's been doing this.
Yeah. Purposely singing off key, playing the wrong parts, doing that. Well, he was trouncing around the country with a slew of babes. They were called the Angels or something. Corey's Angels or something like that. Yeah. This guy's just total whack job. My gosh. Just
and apparently he's got Marilyn Manson's old bus, and even his old bus driver Wade, and apparently Wade has been causing some problems. And I don't even know.
Go get him, Wade.
I don't even know.
Bush. Yeah, baby.
Just a bizarre story. Such a bizarre story.
Hot damn, Wade. Get up there and drive him down the road. Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's just crazy. Good grief. Corey Feldman in the news. What the hell? Well, there you go. All advertising is good advertising, So, okay, wait a while now. Boom! It's time for. We went to some concerts this weekend, and I want to start with the Korn Evanescence concert. If I
go
may.
right ahead.
I think we should do that one first.
Go right ahead.
Okay, let me get him up here now. Where? that looks like Evanescence.
So, let's let everybody know that this first time they've been watching. As you know, Murph and I have season tickets for our local concert venue, and this is our 9th and 10th shows of the year, and we'll come on here and kind of give our thoughts on the shows. This particular one, Korn and Evanescence, I was not able to attend. This is the first one that Murph had to go
solo, baby.
Someone else
had to do it. Well, I was solo with the show, but I wish you would have been there, man. But
circumstances as they were, I kind of wish I'd have gone to. But anyway, tell me about it.
Well, Evanescence. Well, actually, it was a. This is going to take a while. Let me settle in here. It was raining lightly when we pulled in, and we tried to get there about 45 minutes before the start of the show so that we can be hopefully seated, and it was 20 to 30 minutes.
Four banger, right? Four acts on the bill.
So we try to, we get there fairly early, and It was still raining, and they didn't open the gates. The show was supposed to start at 5:30, and the gates weren't opening. Nobody the line of people waiting to get in to the theater was stunning. It snaked around out to the parking lot,
Wow.
snaked around there, and there were actually two lines, like two snakes out in the parking lot.
Wow.
Everybody's
We've
waiting. The
never had
line of
that.
the porta potty was truly impressive. But till we get there, they're not opening the gates, and a lady next to me standing under the overhang, she says, the tickets say rain or shine, so we don't know what's going on. And finally, I think about 5:45, 15 minutes after the start of the show, they opened the gates. As soon as they opened the gates, we could hear the first band. They gave them like 15 or 20 minutes or whatever, probably just so they can get paid.
Right,
I mean,
right,
they're
right.
not there to screw around. So if they can do a little bit of playing and get their paycheck, I'm glad for that, because we could hear them jamming. They were jamming great while we were waiting and
Wow, that's
waiting
so
and waiting to
bizarre.
get in. Yeah, and then when they did, well, actually, when they did open the gates, they only had one gate open, gate 6. The gate 5 was closed, and when you got that many people out there, it took forever.
Wow.
And I imagine they just had a shortage of employees coming in because of the rain. Oh, I'm not coming in, and it doesn't take too many to shut
You know
down one of
what? You're
them
probably
gates.
right. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to think of what it could have been, but yeah.
So we finally got in there, got settled in, and the first band was already done by the time we got to our seats, and the band Helmet was playing. And great hard rocking band.
Yeah, I remember those guys. Yeah, yeah.
One of these bands that they basically they base all their songs off of the B note. They got a drop B. All their songs are based off of the drop B, and it's just one of those. Every song you didn't, there's no intricacy, no nothing. And one of the upcoming shows, I'll give an example of what a drop a tuning is. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Grab one of my guitars and actually show people what a drop D is and why it can make basically anybody a rock star. Because all you got to do is put your finger across the fret, straight across the fret, and you can be a rock star. I'll show you in a future show. I'll whip out the Kubica Custom, and I'll show you how to drop D and what it does for folks. But that's a future show. But anyway, okay, Helmet kicking ass went off. Evanescence came up, and I sort of knew what to expect as I watched some of their live concerts on YouTube. And yeah, they didn't disappoint at all. She's
Good.
still in great voice, and she's got a new bass player, a gal bass player. She's a lovely lass. May I say that at least? Very lovely lass. She's got a great voice too, a great backing voice, just like Amy Lee's. So when they harmonize, it's insanely good. And she just rocked the whole
He
set.
just let somebody go. I
Jen,
think it was
she let Jen,
okay.
a guitarist, Jen. I can't remember her last name, but
Yeah,
I follow her on Facebook. Yeah, she let her go for I don't know what reason. And at that
yeah.
point, the bass player took over the guitar, and they hired a female bass player
Gotcha. Okay.
because they needed that female backing voice. And like I
Okay.
say, she's truly a lovely lass. I have to look into her, see if she's got a Facebook, page. But they kicked ass. A lot of drop D stuff there, which is fine.
Right, right.
Great songs, great harmony, melodies, the whole kit and caboodle. Really great.
Yeah, she's the real deal. I've seen them a couple times. That was my oldest daughter's kind of favorite band back in the day, and
Oh yeah,
so a couple times I took her to see them, and yeah, they great show. I didn't
real
mind going at
solid
all.
show. Great
Yeah,
singer,
really,
great
really good
voice.
show.
Oh, okay. And then the Mighty Corn. The Mighty Corn hits the stage. Ugh. I knew it. I knew they were just going to kick ass. I saw them 3 years ago at the same place, at 10th Row, with Alice in Chains opening, and they are one of the top notch acts in America. Boy, they came out, and the great thing is, like Sir Rod, when we saw Sir Rod, he had the whole back of the stage was a screen, just one big screen.
Yeah.
You could see no tears, no creases or anything. And Korn had the big back screen like Rod, but they also had a see-through front screen in front of the band that would come down in front of them, and they could take it back up and get it out of the way, but it'd come down, and the greatest graphics coming across the front screen and the back screen. The graphics were exceptional. It just they did all the songs I was expecting them to do. Brought out the bagpipes. Not gonna get into the song list or anything. That's useless. But they put on, of course, an outstanding show. And I don't understand Monkey and Head. after what 29 years, they don't headbang. You know, you people know what headbanging is. You bang your head. They body bang. Their whole
Yeah, it's
body
like
goes
next level.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next level shit. All night long, body banging. I'm thinking, my God, I blew my back out in 13 years, and they've been doing this for 29 years, and they're still body banging all night long with that fabulous hair, that fabulous freaking corn hair, man. Just crazy cool. But that was a good one, brother. That was a real good concert. God, I wish you could have made it. Hopefully they'll come back next year and we'll do it again. And that would be excellent. But let me see. Boy, oh boy. Next up, man. Next up, we got a problem. Oh boy. Trouble. Trouble in the house. Could be bad news, brother. Oh shit. Okay, well, Friday night we we went and saw Kid Rock, Foreigner. You're thinking, all right, this is going to be a stellar event. You just can't go wrong, you know. Geez, Foreigner, for crying out loud, big bad hits and tons of hits all night long. Geez, it's just wow, this is going to be great. There's only one problem. Look at the picture of Foreigner I have there. What do you see in that picture there, Doc?
I see Mick Jones in that picture.
So do I, Doc. I see Mick Jones, original member in the heyday of Foreigner. But what was the problem that we saw there, Doc?
Mick Jones did not perform. It was a cover band.
It was a cover.
I still don't feel like I've seen Foreigner, to be honest with you.
But you haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a cover band.
That was the name on the bill. They did Foreigner songs, but that wasn't the band Foreigner in any way.
It's fun. Yeah. So what an odd feeling. And of course they did the songs well. Yeah, no big whoop there. But I'll be darned, man.
Well, even that, they kind of went on and kind of did their own takes on it and kind of did little jams. And it's like, no, these are not your songs to do that with. It's kind of how I felt,
Yeah.
Just do the songs that we want to hear as we know them. You're a cover band. Cover the songs. That's kind of how I felt. Basically.
And the guy right behind my head here, I think he's the singer.
Yeah.
You can see he's Steve Perry wannabe, man. Or Steve Tyler. Steve Tyler. Yeah. Steve Tyler wannabe.
Big time.
Yeah, with the long flowing scarves and shit and all this and
all his mannerisms and motions and
everybody loved it, of course, because they're familiar with the songs. They did a lot of sing-alongs and stuff, but there's no original members in the band. We bitched about this before, how some bands like Uriah Heep have one original member, and bands like that. It's like when you don't even have any original members, don't call yourself Foreigner, because they could have gone to any club in Chicago, pulled out a high class, Foreigner tribute band and had them play instead for 1/10 of the price. So
and we wouldn't have known the difference. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. What a train wreck. Well, like I said, it was a train wreck, but the people
the crowd got into it, I suppose, and they did another thing that we really hate, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But the only highlight, I suppose, of the was when they did Want to Know What Love Is, and all the lights, and you had, and it was a packed house, by the way.
Yeah.
Kid Rock and Foreigner. It was a packed house, and everybody had their lights going, and for that song and singing along. So for a sing along kind of moment, big crowd, that was pretty cool. But
that's about it, man.
A cover band could have done that as well. A cover band did do that,
Yeah. We'll get on with the pet peeves, though. Yeah, because they had a few of them that really we'll talk about that later. Oh, geez, here we go, brother. Here we go. Kid Rock. Oh, geez, I don't know. Geez, this is a tough one. This is the toughest one we've had all year, because he had a packed house. People are out of their minds. Good, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Oh, geez. I don't know. Am I a prude? I don't know. I couldn't believe that this guy is so popular. American badass.
Yeah, just to kind of preface our thoughts and statements. I'm not a Kid Rock fan. Never. He just always kind of rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. Just never. Back at long time wedding DJ, did those kind of events. Had to play a lot of his songs, those kind of things. Because
Yeah.
he had the party songs, and whatnot. But as you see behind me, I have over 2,000 albums and CDs, and there's not a Kid Rock one among them. It's just he's just not my cup of tea. But nonetheless, I was hoping for a good show. I was hoping, hey, this, it's going to be high energy.
Yeah.
He's gonna put on a good show. He has a certain attitude. He's going to, kind of, get the crowd going in a certain way. Or I was expecting something, but just disappointed. Just very disappointed, man. Just felt, just
unbelievable. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. You see all the bombast on TV and whatnot, like in Woodstock '99 when he comes out, it's 110 degrees out, and he comes out with that big white fur coat, big fuzzy fur coat, and I don't know. It's so odd. It's so unusual.
To me, just his career. If you listen to when he first started, his songs were all, "I'm a bad mother, I'm this, I'm that, I'm gonna screw your wife, I'm gonna do this." Yeah. And then it just got into the rhymes of, I got more this than so and so. I get more P word than who and who, so and so. I got more money than so. That's his whole.
That's his whole shtick.
The whole shtick.
And then he steals Sweet Home Alabama and the Metallica song.
Sad but true. He's got
Sad
the
but
one.
True.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. And it's geez, half the night it's like he had that sad but true beat going. It's like, well, he just changed a few chords and bada bing, bada boom. I don't get it. I know this is gonna be rough with some listeners.
Who are I'm sure it is, but to me, musically, we can sit and tear them apart. There's nothing original about them. And like I said, it's just about attitude, and that kind of attitude kind of wears thin. It only carries you so far. And so I think, at some point he kind of tried to actually start writing songs, actual songs.
Yeah.
And I guess honestly, they were. I don't want to put this without offending people. They were such bad rock songs that he had to go into country with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had to go into that country pop genre. And, just because he throws in a few nostalgic lyrics and, talking about drinking wine out in the back seat of the old Chevy, that kind of thing. And people just suck it up, man. It's just it's so formulaic.
Yes,
all of his songs, all of his, even the song was All Summer Long. That was his big hit. Mm-hmm. It's got the Sweet Home Alabama riff, and it's got the Werewolves of London riff, and then it's just got the nostalgic little throw-in lyrics, and boom, you got a hit, man. There's your formula. There's your formula.
Yeah.
So,
jeez. Yeah.
But nonetheless, even knowing all this, even knowing that I'm not a fan of his music, I was still hoping for a good show. And he did not deliver. It's kind of the same stuff you always kind of see him kind of doing on stage,
jumping around.
Yeah, and even vocally, a lot of it was his DJ back there. You listen to the song, you actually listen to his songs. It's just him singing, but in the live situations, not so much. It's just
His DJ's got a voice pretty similar to his, so hard to tell who was singing what. But it was it was what it was, but that's a show. As we say, would I go back? Nah, I wouldn't go to another show. No, sir, that would not happen.
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd have skipped this one and gone to the Corn show instead.
Oh man, you wouldn't have believed it. Woo! God dang, I love Corn, man. Ooh, boy, yeah, they're really something. They've been around a long time, and it shows, and a lot more. It
seemed to me too with Kid Rock. Even for what he does, it just seems like he was kind of phoning it in, just I was hoping he would, we know his political views and,
Yeah.
and I was kind of hoping he'd even, get on a little rant about some of that or something, just to have something entertaining. But he didn't do it. He kind of had some things in videos and kind of, that alluded to some political stuff. But as far as just, openly going into a rant, of course, his songs, the lyrics, nobody's going to tell me how to live my life.
I'm American badass. Well, look at him. 90% of the guys in America could kick his ass. So how American badass is he?
Quite honestly, I think he had the Sheryl Crow hit. The song "Picture" with Sheryl Crow,
right?
Which they co-wrote together. So if you look at the style of that song, even that's 90% Sheryl, I bet.
Yeah,
I'll bet it is. So you kind of got lucky.
Well,
got a big hit on that one.
Well, if Sheryl didn't write, I'm an American I'm this and
right,
I'm that,
right.
and I'm that, he'd be lost. So it is what it is.
Yeah, actually, I think his best work was probably on a Joe Dirt. Remember when he was in Joe Dirt?
yeah, come up in the tranny. Yeah.
Listen to some BTO or whatever he was drinking. Yeah.
No, that was excellent. Yeah, that was his best work for sure. But what a shame, too bad. But it is what it is. So Kid Rock, have a good one. But man, we're just not into you, brother.
Yeah, overall, I'd say it was kind of disappointing. He was kind of hoping for a little better from the Kid, but and like I said, with the Foreigner, I still don't feel like I've seen them. So
yeah,
and this kind of ties in what we were talking about earlier with Kiss. There's just going to be rotating member. I don't know, kind of like the Temptations. The Temptations are still touring around. I don't know.
We'll see though. They sure did draw big. But a big draw, big crowd. But geez, I don't know what I've got a mental block or something. Okay.
Yeah, not getting it. But there were a lot of what we call, I don't know, pet peeves or rock and roll cliches. You and I have been to, between the two of us, who knows, countless shows. But
yeah.
and you kind of see the same thing at a lot of the shows. Kind of the same rock and roll cliches. And one we always like to talk about is the encore. The encore.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's kind of get to the point. It's cheesy enough when the main act does it, but when the opener does it, I don't know.
Well, it's funny because we were talking about that, throughout the week about whether we would discuss this at all. And I'll be darned, sure enough, the Evanescence concert. I looked up, while they were playing, I went online and looked up some of their previous set lists from recent shows, and it showed that they were going to do a 2-song encore. Sure enough, 45 minutes into the set, boom, they're done. They're off the stage. The only problem, at this point, the crowd loves them. Obviously, big cheers all that time. Blah, blah, blah. 45 minutes is, boom, they're off the stage. The stage goes dark. They're expecting people to start rising up and stuff.
Right.
Guess what? Didn't happen. Everybody's sitting there. I said, "Oh, this is trouble. This is trouble." Sure enough, after a little bit, Amy Lee comes out. "Hello, Chicago!" Hops back on the piano and tries to save face. It's like, I just feel.
Oh yeah, what's you gonna do? You got
yeah. Opening acts should do their whole set and then boom, gone. The whole set, including any songs that would have been done as an encore. Just do it all and leave, because you don't want to be embarrassed like that. Well, I knew it. Because
do you remember what song she did for the encore? Was it the big hits, or was it the big hits?
I don't know. I was in an altered state
because the Foreigner did that. Then the Foreigner cover. I don't know. We need to come up with another.
Oh yeah, they came up with their biggest hits too.
Yeah. It's they did the same thing. Play for 45 minutes and then go off stage. They still haven't done. I Want to Know What Love Is or Hot Blooded. It's like, okay, you haven't done your 2 biggest hits. Gee, I wonder, and then obviously they come back.
They got away with it though. The crowd cheered up pretty good for them.
Exactly.
And brought them back. But
because their 2 biggest hits. I mean, these are 2, huge hits in the history of rock and roll. But
indeed,
for the opening band to do that, it's a big risk. Because a lot of times, a lot of times you're there to see your band, the main band. And to me, when the opening band goes off, that's that much closer to seeing your main band. And then you're like, oh shit, now we got these guys coming back on. No, I want to see my band.
Yeah, that's jeez.
So and like I say, a big risk doing that.
Evanescence proved me right. Because she had to come out there. I'm sure she. God They're not cheering. What do we do now? Oh, go back out there and say hello and hit the piano. You know, what do you do? You
Act
gotta
exactly like
suck
they
it
are
up.
cheering.
Yeah.
That's what
But
else are you
yeah,
gonna do? What else are you
that's
gonna
one
do?
of my okay. One of my pet peeves is the unnecessary use of the F word. I mean, for fuck's sake, man, what's going on here? Kid Rock, half his words were the F word, mother effer. I don't, and I'm sort of looking around, and there's kids all over. It's like, oh, jeez. I know I'm a prude. I'm a grandfather of 6. I'm a prude, but just and even corn, well, you expect it with corn. If people bringing their kids to corn, it's not going to be American badass red, white, blue stuff at corn. They're going to be rocking hard, and if they swear, yeah, yeah. But Kid Rock's got this, like, I'm, all American, blah blah. Well, yeah, yeah. You bring your kids to your all American show, and all you do is holler at them the MF word, and oh wow, it was
I think
really
sometimes bands come out just trying to, I don't know, that like sound rock and roll and sound tough and sound street and
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Jeez. Well, and I've been in bands where the singer would occasionally whip one out and would be frowned upon immediately. You don't need, okay, maybe the big venues, maybe you're a badass can't like Corn. You don't, you're expecting some hard kicking music, but when you got Kid Rock saying it every other word,
The worst example I can remember of that was here in a nearby small town. They had their small town festival, and the artist that year was Smash Mouth. Remember Smash
okay,
Mouth?
sure,
And so there was a lot of little kids there want to see, they had that song on the soundtrack for Shrek. So all these
yeah.
little kids know, hey, that's the sound from Shrek, Yeah.
Oh boy.
So there's a lot of little kids there.
Mhm.
And I can't remember the guy's name. Kevin Harwell, I think is the guy's name. And he comes out and he's just, MF and this and F this and it was very cringe worthy. Almost everybody in the audience is kind of cringy. You can see, covering up little kids' ears and whatnot.
Oh,
And I guess after that, he had post something in the local paper apologizing. But
yeah, a
nonetheless,
little
guy,
late for that.
yeah,
A
you
little
gotta
late.
realize what your crowd is there, buddy.
Oh,
So
jeez.
you're not, you're not Slayer, man. You're Smash Mouth. Okay, get up there and do your family friendly set in a family friendly setting. But yeah, good one.
Yeah, yeah. What do you got on me, Doc? What do you got?
I don't know, just some of the some of the stage banner is just so cliche. Just the hello Cleveland, wherever
We're
you're at, yeah,
in
say hello
Chicago, yeah.
Cleveland, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's always the same. It's like, are you ready to rock?
No,
And I'm always kind of like, yeah, whatever.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
sitting out here in the lawn already. Yeah. So what are you going to show us? Well, I've got a real pet peeve, and it happened a couple of times this weekend, where a band will come to the end of the song, and they get people clapping. Oh, but no, 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 no. It's not the end of the song yet. We're going to keep going. So just keep clapping for us for another, 5 minutes while we finish this freaking song. I saw a foreigner did it a couple of times. And, okay, I'll give you 10 seconds of clapping. And then I'm sorry. I'm old. My hands are arthritic. I'm not going to clap anymore. So you can play all the freaking chords you want after that. I'm not clapping. So, geez, just end the damn song. Don't keep going and going like, keep clapping, people, because, I don't know. We tell you to. Fuck that. Do the ending, bam, and be appreciative of the people that are clapping, because after a point, it's like,
I'm with you. You can give it an extra little or something, a little extra something, but yeah, they go on for
then they go on
periods.
forever, another minute, and you're sitting there, God, do I gotta keep clapping for Christ? No, hell with this. No, hand me that drink. Hand me that $24 margarita, $24.50 margarita I had at the corn show. Yeah. And it wasn't even good.
Ridiculous.
It's not nearly as good as the margaritas I make here at home. So that was disappointing. But at the same time, they gotta make their money. So I'm not gonna complain, even though they're extremely expensive. It's a great venue, great time. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So what do you got next there? You got one
that kind of goes in line with the drum solo. I think that's pretty well played out, pretty well. Does anybody really look forward to the drum solo? Is anybody,
if he was a real banger, yes. Being a musician, yeah, drummer with perfect meter and quality moves is a rare item. But just your typical drummer just doing a no. You gotta be above and beyond. Other than that, you're just giving a band a break so they can go back.
That's
Take a
exactly
piss,
what it
get a
is.
drink,
It's just
you know.
exactly. It's just and I get that they throw it in there as a little time waster, fill some time while they go out and do whatever they got to do. But there's got to be a better way to fill that time. Have somebody doing something acoustically maybe, or I don't know. But the drum solo, it just and I'm not a drummer, but talking to drummers, from what I understand, every drum solo is basically 5 parts. And it's just they just switch them around and just do them in different orders or whatever, but it's still the same 5 parts.
Us sneaky musicians,
But that's a bit played out the drum solo. I think time to maybe try something else.
Yeah. Let me see. What do I got now? Well, of course, we already mentioned it. One of them that Foreigner had no original members, and even if they've only got like one original member, I think at some point it's a ripoff. You just seen a cover band with me, and especially with no original members. I can't think of another. Do you know of another bands or bands that have no original members? I mean, a bunch of cover bands making a ton of money.
And I'll bet you 95% of the people there didn't even know it or didn't even care.
And I wonder how that works. I mean, are the Foreigner guys, the real guys sitting at home, raking in percentages?
Mick Jones
they have
is,
to be
I'm sure.
raking in percentages of
Mick Jones is, I'm sure.
God almighty, that's crazy. And you know what? You know what else I miss? That wow, I see it has gone away. It's the big grand entrances. You remember back in the old days, the big, the spectacular, getting people worked up, and ladies and gentlemen, people going nuts and shit, and you just don't see that. They come out, just sort of,
kind of stroll out on stage.
Here we are, I don't want to trip over the wires, but they used to have the big grand entrances, the best entrance probably ever. I don't know if you agree with me or not, Doc, but the MC5 Kick Out the Jams entrance is one of the classic entrances ever. I mean, let me see your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nuts. But there's great entrances. Blue Oyster Cult on their triple live album. They had a couple of different entrances on there, and I just miss it. The big bombast at the beginning. Boom, the lights, the smoke, the fire, the boom come out and rocking it. Instead, they come out, they grab their Doan's pills, take one or two, maybe a shot of Geritol, and then let's go and do our thing here. God, they need to take a tip from Sir Rod Stewart. Boy, oh boy, he took his Geritol. I'll tell you what.
Kiss kind of stumbled onto they have their "You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best," the hottest band in the world, Kiss, and that's they do every show, and that's their thing, and well,
the thing
great
about
opening,
Kiss
man. That's a great opening.
The thing about Kiss is every city they do the exact same show, and they say the exact same things between songs for every show. It's totally formulaic, scripted and formulaic, and so every show, every show they do, Paul Stanley will say the same thing between songs.
Well, that's what I was saying. They're just the stage banner. It just gets to be so cliche. But I will give to Kiss though.
What?
When I've seen them a couple of times, and they don't do the encore. And Paul Stanley just say, "Hey, we've all done it. We go out and expect you guys to do this, then we'll do this." And blah, blah. He goes, "No, we're just gonna stay out here and do a few more songs, and that's gonna be it."
Well, that's the way it should be. What the heck? Jeez.
I believe Ringo does that as well with his All-Star
Ringo.
band.
Ringo. Hey.
So, just get to the point. But speaking of Kiss, they have another one of my pet peeve rock cliches. The never-ending farewell tours. Oh my God, they've been on a farewell tour since the 90s, man.
Yeah. This most recent one started in 2019, so it's never gonna end. Come on.
Well, they don't have an ending date official right now. It's just kind of, I don't know. They're gonna keep going, I guess, till they feel like not doing it anymore, and then they'll have the game show and have somebody fill in for him.
I saw today, Doc. I saw today that looks like Motley Crue's going to be extending their tours into Europe and Asia and all sorts of places. So they're nowhere near done. The cruise is nowhere near done.
Yeah, I think this stadium tour is wrapping up at the end of the summer.
Yeah,
and then they were talking about doing something on their own like that. Hitting these other spots.
they are hitting all these
But
other
then
countries. Yeah.
Phil Collin from Def Leppard has said he would like to continue with Motley Crue.
Why not? Boy, what a
Def Leppard just continue on with them. So
Phil Collin, Mr. Buff.
It sounds like maybe Motley Crue wants to just continue on, and Def Leppard wants to take a little bit of a break. So I don't know. We'll see if they get that worked out.
Margaritas, midday margaritas, Doc.
Yeah, the never-ending farewell tour. The Who, I think, was the first one that really, kind of started with that. I think it started back in the '80s with the farewell tour.
And I'm sure they're still playing as the Who, which whatever.
Yeah.
You missed two of the key members, and whatever. I just.
What else are they gonna do?
Well, I gave it up after Quadrophenia anyway. After that, everything just sort of went poppy and crappy and whatever. But up to the Quadrophenia, man, they were kicking ass. Who Are You? Yeah, so. It's cool on Who Are You, though. They had on the front cover of the album, they had the band picture, and they had Keith Moon sitting on a chair backwards, and the back of the chair said, "Not to be taken away." And sure enough, shortly after that, he died. So there you go, man. There's your fast fact for today. Fast fact. Okay, Doc. See if you can guess what band I hate. Okay, now they got a schmarmy lead singer. They got a schmarmy lead singer and one of their
time period. Give me a time period.
Oh, geez, probably 90s.
Okay.
Schmarmy lead singer. They got one of their members has a unibrow. And let me see. They're from Atlanta, I think. And they're whiny little bitch of a lead singer. Let me see. And a unibrow guy. I think they're from Atlanta or Georgia or something like that.
I'm not sure where they're from, but System of a Down.
No. These guys are poppy and crappy.
Okay.
They had a popular video on YouTube that was a quirky little video, and they just got a whiny, bitchy lead singer. And one of their songs, Dwight loves on The Office. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, REM. I hate them so much.
R.E.M.
They have that
from
quirky,
Athens, Georgia. Yeah.
They had that quirky song Stand, that quirky video on YouTube or on MTV Stand, which was so. But then you hear that one little bitch song that Dwight plays on The Office, and you realize this guy sucks as Michael Stipe. What a douche. So yeah, that's one of my most hated bands ever, and I'm proud to admit it, and I don't care. So there you go, man.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm not. I have quite a few of their CDs, and I'll throw them out from time to time. But I don't get them to the level that other people seem to.
Yeah.
But put them on the pedestal.
The 90s were just quirky as shit.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah, I never got them as the
Big as
voice
they
of that
become.
generation I never understood that one.
Everybody hurts. Shut the F up, you.
My most hated
little
band
bitch.
like that is Coldplay.
Oh.
All I have to do is just hear the word Coldplay, and I'm changing the station, man.
True that, man. Yeah.
Can't hang.
And he was married to Gwyneth Paltrow, I believe, who's put out the candle that smells like her private parts. Are you kidding me? And I'm not kidding you, ladies and gentlemen. Look it up on the internet.
Oh,
Gwyneth Paltrow's, smelling a candle. Oh boy, jeez, these people are out of their mind. I truly believe that actors have got a mental illness. Quite honestly,
hey, you know what though? I mean, if it's selling, but who's buying it? Perverts, I guess.
I don't know. What the hell? I don't even want to know. I want to know the research that went into that to figure out what it. I don't want to. Never mind. We're off.
Perhaps.
Topic.
Whatever.
But really,
actually, that's another cliche though. Is rock stars and stuff going off into different, avenues like that and making wine or whiskey or tequila.
Well, a lot of them are doing it. Sammy Hagar made a boatload of money.
Man, boatload, dude.
Yes.
Couple boatloads.
people
Yeah.
may not know this. Yeah, Sammy Hagar's a very good businessman, and he's worth a ton
I
of
think he
money.
only invested, I want to say 50 grand initially in the Cabo Wabo and sold it for, I don't know, 150 million. I don't even know. Just,
He's a
oh my
very, very
God.
good
Yeah.
businessman, and we're going to be
Yeah.
seeing him actually win next Saturday. Actually,
Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing Saturday.
Saturday.
Wednesday, we'll be seeing Alice in Chains with Bush, and I believe they have an opener. Do you know about that?
Oh, no, it's Breaking Benjamin and then Bush is a 3 bill. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
just the three
good,
of
good.
them.
Oh, that's going to be fabulous. I saw Breaking Benjamin 3 years ago, front row,
I
and
don't know much
it was all
about
right.
them, but I like Bush. Who doesn't like Bush? Hey, we all like
True
Bush.
that. I said that last week. I love Bush. Yes. So, but yeah, it's going to be a good time. And then we got Wednesday concert, Alice in Chains. Saturday, we got Sammy, and then we have to wait a full month for Five Finger Death Punch with Megadeth and the Who.
Megadeth, yeah.
And the Who spelled HU. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Hugh, yeah.
So we got three more going, three more concerts for our season. It's been an outstanding time. Boy, whew, I can't wait to see next year's schedule.
Yeah, it's been flying by, man.
Yeah, it's going
yeah.
really great. And yeah, we got it down pat, man. We get in quick, we get out quick, and we have a great time in between. So definitely, man, oh man. It's been a great summer. It's still going. We're still in the heat of the concert season here, so we'll be looking forward to giving you another. We'll have another 2 concerts for the next show to review. So don't be too mad at us for our reviews on Kid Rock. It's just our opinions, Don't holler at us and scream.
Yeah, we're geezers. We're allowed to
That's
have
right.
those kind of opinions.
Yeah. At this point, our faculties are a little bit lacking, so we do what we can. But we want to thank you all for joining us. We are actually pretty close to slapping our podcasts on 11 different avenues, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, all that stuff. So we're very close. So we'll let you know how that goes. And it's been a great one, Doc. I sure appreciate it.
Yeah, look out for
man.
that. In the meantime, comment below on some of your pet peeves when you go see bands. Some of the other ones that think about, like I said, the never-ending farewell tours, the reunion tours. There's another one. And it's always the same stuff too. When it's it just felt right. It felt right at the time. Whatever. But anyway, maybe put some of your comments, some of your favorite cliche, pet peeve type things, and give us a like. Spread the word, and encourage our behavior, and we'll be at it again next week. So
absolutely.
In the meantime, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody, and we'll see you in the next time.
Take it easy.